So the teams haven't quite made it back out onto the field, but let's hear from the Bay of Plenty coach, Clayton McMillan, standing by with Matthew Cooper.
Well, Clayton, a good 40, but probably let a few points go.
Yeah, our kick chase was pretty poor. We feel we missed a few tricks there. We had the opportunity to put foot on the throat and just too inaccurate to make it count when it really mattered.
So next 40, what's the plan?
Certainly keep playing that territory game, but be a lot more accurate with our kick chase and try and force a few turnovers, and points will come.
You've got a little bit of breeze behind you now, haven't you?
Yeah, it has picked up a little bit out there, so a little bit of local knowledge coming into play, but that's not going to get us across the line. We just have to be a lot better than what we were in the first half.
Good luck for the next 40.
Thanks, mate.
Clayton McMillan, in his first season of coach of Bay of Plenty, a former stalwart player, tremendous leader for them, and some promising signs this season that their fortunes are going to improve. I think this fella here has had a hand in that. Caleb Hall, we talked about him in the first half, and of course this spark that Chase Tiatia brings to this team. But Southland, Bull Allen, will feel that they got themselves back into the game towards the end of the first half. It's just a matter of starting to create some opportunities. There really wasn't a lot attacking-wise from either side in the first half, was there?
Well, yeah, no tries. So it was probably disappointing, I'd say, from both teams. So they talked about Clayton McMillan talked about field position, but most of the play was between the 22s, wasn't it? There was no hard attack, you know, in the actual 22 territory of the opposition. So that's where they need to get to really get themselves across the line. Looks like Dan Holland heads on first 5-8 for the Bay. There he is. He's come on. Looks like he's replaced Nick Evermeet.
So it is Dan Holland's head with the restart, and Junior Nuluafe with the kick downfield. Tarangi Fraser was busy in the first half, and he makes a good return too. The Bay of Plenty fullback.
Leave it, Red.
It's like they've got to change at halfback too. So they've changed their 9 and 10 Bay of Plenty. Here's Holland's head. Te Ahi Toma is on in 21. Holland's head on in 22, and he drives Southland back deep into their own 22. That's a good start to the second half for Bay of Plenty.
Yes, 2 straight changes. They're substitutes from Clayton McMillan and in the Bay of Plenty side, and what a good start. They talked about field position, Bull Allen. Well, that's not a bad way to start.
Yeah.
Well, here's Dylan Halaholo, and they give it to McIntosh. Grunt it out from the goal line, and they fire it back into the in goal to Ash Moiki. Puts it out, but the referee
charging them like that.
Was playing advantage. In fact, he's given a penalty here.
2 goals. Only for that.
Looks like Nathan Harris has just dropped the shoulder into someone off the ball here, and he's been penalised. So just as it looked like they were going on to the attack, Bay of Plenty head back towards halfway. Just have a look here. Oh, he's just knocked. It's the halfback, isn't it? Knocked down by Michael Stewart. Bit untidy there for young Liam Howley, but the forwards do a good job. Get in behind him, and McIntosh brings it away.
No.
Southland, of course, having to make that change in the first half with Kieran Moffat having to go off on a stretcher. The kick's gone down to Namani, fires it back in field, and Tiatia moves it quickly. Hall, away it goes to Foketi, coming across Lothal, puts him on the ground. Just a bit more energy about them on attack at the start of the second half. Mewett, who's been really good in the first 40. Toma leaves the ball behind him, and picked up nicely by Sakalia, gets it away to Retallick. Now Hall on the ball, and wide it goes. Axton's ranging out on the touchline. He left it behind him, and the referee says we'll have a scrum here for the knock on. But just a little bit more purpose about them at the start of the second half.
They seem to be getting the ball a bit wider, quicker, Coops. They're trying to get on those outside channels, and where in the first half it was a lot more on those closer channels, wasn't it?
Yeah, the catch pass has been good. It's been better than Southland, and there's just a bit more energy in the home team. So Now that's the challenge for Southland. A lot of rugby for these two teams. Now the first two teams that are playing the three in a week, getting it out of the way early in the ITM Cup, but puts pressure on because they've got to back up again on Sunday. Both these teams.
Elliot Dixon packing down on this side of the scrum. He missed the Northland game, had a bit of a head knock at training, but he's back.
Sit. Stand down.
Guy Miller on this side of the Southland scrum, having a opportunity in the Southland team this year. 23-year-old out of the Midlands club.
There's a mark offset.
There he is. First starting role for him tonight.
Outside. Crouch.
It was a good scrum battle in the first half, with Bay of Plenty getting the early edge, but then Southland coming back strongly.
Sit.
And it goes. And Southland hold. Give it away to Halaholo. And he knows how to bump off a tackler, but on this occasion, his teammates have come in, supported illegally.
Leave the neck.
There's a few tags going on. Sam Kane.
Yeah, Tim Boyd's the man penalised. I think he penalised there for grabbing a player around the neck.
Contact on the neck. Shot call.
People will be staying away from Tim Boys this week after he made a ball explode last week. There it is there. Yeah, Sam Kane being wrestled to the ground. You simply are not allowed to do that. Just if you didn't see it, there was the case of the exploding rugby ball at Toll Stadium. Tim Boys charging down a kick, scoring a try, although I noticed that Dan Hawkins has claimed that it was his powerful clearing kick that exploded the ball. We may never know the truth. Dan Hollinshead, meantime, try and put this one between the uprights and stretch the lead out to 12-3. And he's on target. So Bay of Plenty get first points in the second half, and they lead it by 12-3.
Well, they've probably brought on a better kicking option in Hollingshead as well, Clayton McMillan, and lovely strike there. They're happy on the side rail, health and safety. Being challenged.
You got your high vis on down there, sideline.
You've been part of the sports bureaucracy for too long, Cooper.
Yeah, so you've got your PPE gear on, mate, you'll be okay.
Well, Southland now falling behind by 9 points. Moiki kicking deep. He's kicked it Tia. Fires it in field to Tirangi Fraser. Nice high kick. Namani screaming after this and clobbers the fullback Nalawahi, who's Nalawahi very quickly back to his feet though. And it's Halaholo who comes away with it in reverse mind. But now they've got it under control for Howley. From McIntosh, taken by his opposite number, Solomona Sakalia. Howley, back it goes to Moiki. And he's kicked it again down to Tia. This time Hollinshead has stayed back with him. Flings it across to Nimani. He goes looking for some space, but he's kicked that right down the throat of Ash Moiki. This time brings it out of the 22. Looks to chip into space, but this has been well read by the little halfback, Toma, who's just come across too far and gone into touch. Tiahi Toma coming on at half-time. In place of John O'Kitto.
Yeah, he read that superbly, didn't he? Just covering the ground there. He just couldn't quite. He tried to get to the deck to keep it infield, but he couldn't quite do it. Some good Southland defence, so they get the line out.
Josh Beckwith with the call. And they give it to Dixon at the front. Howley. Waiting for this one is Tia. And this time, well, he looked like he was going to have a run. Puts it onto the left boot. Howley coming across, in fact, leaves it for Nalawafe. And he frees it up. And here's Tui Mavavi. He can go, this fellow. Off he goes. Taisosi Tuamavavi taken. Clipped by Toma just inside the 22, but a great run back from the young winger. Moiki. Nalawafi up in the line. Haloholo flings it wide. Fuka in for the try. First try of the game goes to the Southland Stags.
You happy?
Well, that was sparked by the young man on debut, Tausosi Tuamavavi's strong run down the left wing side. Quick hands to bring it across, and Billy Fuka finished it off nicely. Mark Allen.
Yeah, it was fantastic. As you say, Tuamavavi, he made it, didn't he? Really worked well down that left-hand flank. And here we'll see it again. He really set his team alight here. Look at this. There goes two Bay defenders, by the way, and he's just got so much pace, and he's looking for support. They don't hold him down here, and they recycle quickly, and then they always had numbers. And it was just quick hands. They just get it wide, and you can just see this vision here. It's all wide. And the big number 8, not going to stop him that close out. Fuka, he goes in the corner. Good body position from him.
Oh, beautiful ball coming up here too. The wide ball from number 12 there, Haloholo. That was the key ball for me after the good break from the man on debut. And here's the kick from Milwaukee, and it looks brilliant kick.
Yeah, Ash Moiki nails it from the sideline. And Southland, with the first try of the game, closed the gap up to 12 points to 10. Nicely finished try by Bill Fuka, but Tausosi Tuamavavi, the young man who's gone south from Wellington looking for starting time in the ITM Cup, he sparked it. Moiki wasting no time clearing the ball downfield. A good touch finder as well. They have got the breeze at their back in the second half. Bay of Plenty. And they take play back into Southland territory. Here he is here. Tausosi Tuamavavi. Samoan born. Been in Wellington the last few years. Exciting young player. Howley. Right, goes to Dixon. And suddenly it's the Stags who've got a head of steam up. Haloholo looking to kick through. And in the end, a loose ball claimed by Bay of Plenty, and Tarangi Fraser kicks ahead. There's a lot of space back, and the chase is on. Ball in the end, goal! Try! Tarangi Fraser! Beautiful read, saw there was no one home. Beautifully weighted kick, and straight away, Bay of Plenty replied with one of their own.
Well, it was a bit of a mad scramble for a couple of seconds. You didn't know who was going to get the ball. Here we see Southland. Haloholo tried to kick through, and then there was a big scramble here. There was bodies all over the place, but the Bay finally come up with it. And Tarangi Fraser, he saw the space, and all of a sudden there's just no Southland defenders there. And he just runs it on in. The ball set up nicely. Couldn't have worked out any better.
Well, Clayton McMillan talked about field position, kick chase. Well, they're all chasing here, the Steamers. It was who's going to take it. And it was the man who kicked the ball, Fraser. He gets the 5-pointer.
Yeah, really good read. Man from the Whakarewa club in Rotorua. Tarangi Fraser coming off another good club season. Mentioned before, he tends to play his club rugby as a first 5, but playing fullback tonight. Just needed the ball to behave, and it did.
Yeah, well, that was my initial thought. That's going to roll over the dead ball. It just set up beautifully, didn't it? Don't think he could believe his luck, but very good skill from him.
Well, great reply to an excellent Southland try, one of their own, and Holland's Head now with a chance to restore the lead of 9 points from wide out, and it's over. Well, suddenly the tries are coming and all the kicks are going over. First half, we had no tries and kicks were missing left, right and centre.
Beautiful kick from Hollingshead. That's a great reply. I just thought the game needed Southland to get into it. They did with that very good try to the number 8. And gee, Bay of Plenty straight back to that 9-point lead.
Yeah, 19's on for Bay of Plenty. Tim Bond.
Who's gone
replacement
off?
lock.
Well, it looks like they might be losing Axtons, I think. The skipper comes off.
Okay, captain's gone. 8 goals gone there.
I say captain, he's the co-captain along with Callum Retallick. Looks like he just might be favouring that left shoulder a bit.
Tomo.
Yeah, Tupe. Joe Tupe, number 28. Plays a game for the number 20.
So now 19-10. And Toma with the kick. Fuka races forward. Takes it well. Now the little kick through from Naloafe. And he's reclaimed it too. Oh, fired the pass in field to Guy Miller. Couldn't take it. In fact, they'll come back. It'll be a scrum to Southland because there was an initial knock on from Bay of Plenty.
Yeah, we've done it, haven't we?
Change for Southland Stags, number 23. We've got Leroy, we've got number 23, Kahakura, and he's replaced number 14, Thoko.
Just have a look and see how Southland are set up here. Naloafe standing right behind Moike. He's getting more and more involved in this game, the Southland fullback.
Sit!
He is on the left of shot.
Yeah, nice, Monty! Stay down, stay down! Nice, Monty!
Again, solid scrum from Southland. They come away to the right. Moike takes it to the line. Pops a lovely ball to the Newmel. Well, it looked like a lovely ball. In fact, it was forward to Keanu Kahukura. Looked to have put him in the hole. But they'll come back for a scrum.
Yeah, you're right, TJ. Initial thoughts where it was flat. Let's have a look here on the replay.
Oh, I think he's got it right, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
That's flat ball.
No, initial thoughts, mate. You know, we're going to slow down a bit, Coops. You know, as we get older, mate, we need the slow mo to make the right call.
Good play from Schrader though to go in on that angle. I like seeing backs to change their angle. That time there just overran it.
Crouch.
And a chance now. We talk about that breeze that's favouring the home team. Let's again see if they take heed of Coach McMillan's words with a good kick chase.
Gold loose here.
So the penalty goes against Solomona Sakalia under pressure from the man we were talking about before, Guy Miller, collapsing the scrum. And so Ash Moike is going to have a shot at goal here, just to keep Southland in touch.
There he is, Guy Miller. Good build, isn't he? The Stags tight head prop. This is his win, isn't it? Bull, you can take me through it.
Yeah, definitely. What's happened here is the ball's just sitting there in that channel, and there's so much pressure on the Bay of Plenty forward pack, they can't hook it back. Because if Nathan Harris lifts his foot, that scrum's going to be under all sorts of pressure. It's a good Stag scrum, and it's got better as the game's worn on.
Right to left, he's got to really draw this around. That was the problem with Everme in the first half.
He's hit that flat. Well, he almost looked like he topped that, Coops.
Yeah, it's commonly called a wounded duck.
You kicked a few of those in your time, Coops?
Absolutely. Sometimes it doesn't come. That's a very odd time. It doesn't come off the ball. Have a look at this. The ball just... There they are. He's almost hit the ground before he hit the ball there.
Oh, the kick going into touch, but Southland straight away.
Red, stop!
To get it back into Bay of Plenty territory. Here's Tarangi Fraser putting it high. Another lovely towering kick coming forward. Naloafe takes it superbly. And Howley comes in to clear it. Moike not interested in playing rugby inside his own half, Ash Moike, and there's a good kick. He's a very tidy young footballer, this fellow. Product of Auckland Grammar. Played a bit of rugby for Northland and now playing with Southland. Of course, coming back into the side after a masterclass last week from Lima Sopawanga. Change being made for Bay of Plenty.
Well, there's changes there for Bay of Plenty. Also, this is the first ones there will be Morgan Mitchell and Joe Everson on for the Stags. And they're replacing Miller, that tight head prop we've been speaking about. And also Ubiquitous as well. So, the number 5 there is Michael Stewart.
No, middle's there. Come on.
Keeping you, I think, off 2.
Straight into the action. Tupe at line out. In fact, Tupe's been on for a wee while, hasn't he? He's the man who replaced the skipper. So quite a few changes being made by Bay of Plenty in the second half. And here's Ziggy Fisiihoi coming away off the back. Awkward for Hollinshead.
Knock on goal.
He just overran the ball there, Hollingshead. Good footballer, TJ. He's in the tidy first 5. Kicks well for goal. Oh, and here's an injury here. Good sign there.
No good.
Yeah, that's the hooker, Dylan Halahola.
Time off.
Looks like he's taken a decent whack on the shin there.
In the old days, TJ, a lot of front rows wore shin guards. You wouldn't do that today because a lot of them like to have the socks around the ankles, but different time, of course.
Let's have a look and see where.
Yeah, Hollinshead right foot as he went to take that kick. His leg come up and just caught him in the shin.
Well, here's a familiar face. David Hall warming up. We thought maybe we'd seen the last of him at this level. He played his last game for Southland 2 years ago. He's been called into the side because of that rib injury to Braden Mitchell. Missed all of last year with injury. Been playing club footy this year, but as he's always been prepared to do, he's answered the call, David Hall. We may see him later on in the game. Halahola for the moment looks okay.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
So Howley feeds the scrum, and away it goes to Moiki, taking it to the line, trying to slip inside the tackle of Hollinshead, which he did before he hit hard by Kane. Howley away to McIntosh. Referee has the arm out here. Advantage to Southland. Fuka, the try scorer. Howley running into a little hole here, showing the ball and then getting it away to Kahukura. Ball's back their foot on the touchline, so they'll come back for a penalty.
Offside, 19 goal.
Good play from Liam Howley there on debut there, TJ, for the Southland side. Good little halfback. He's chippy, he's confident, and he's very quick in terms of his delivery from the base.
Well, that was the word that I was thinking just before watching him play, Matthew. Confident. He stepped into this level, and he knows what he's about.
Yeah, there's no sign of nerves, is there?
Amazing the number of players that we're seeing, good players this year, coming straight out of school rugby, season of club footy behind them, and they're playing in the ITM Cup.
Straight through.
Now Southland looking to drive this away. Bardul's come right through the middle.
Leave it go.
So he's managed to hold them up. Low pass, but picked up and driven ahead by Fuka. Howley takes it away to the right. And good strong running by the Southland players, but now the ball's been lost. Toma has it.
Red.
Southland trying to steal it back.
Your hands on the ground.
But
well,
it's a penalty.
18.
Yeah, I think there was some fantastic play on there by Sam Kane.
Yeah.
He got on there and turned it over at a very critical time. They were very much under all sorts of pressure there, weren't they?
I've just been watching him for the last 5 or so minutes. It's just the accuracy around Kane and the breakdown. It's just the strength, the accuracy, couple of big hits going in. You can just tell the guy's an All Black.
He's got something about him, isn't he? And he wears a black jersey from time to time.
Well, here's someone who wore a black jersey briefly last year. Nathan Harris with the throw to the line out. Oh, been picked off. Kahukura is having a very strong hand in this game. Now he wins the line out steal. Away it goes to Moiki. Kahukura was looking for the run. Moiki took it to the line, took contact. So trailing by 9, 3/4 of the game gone. as Southland look to get on the attack. Howley calling the runners to his left. Vacuous. Back it goes to Moike. Now Willis Haloholo. Dixon starting to range wide. Kahukura again. Back in field to Dixon.
Leave it go!
Howley looks up, fires the pass away. Now they look to get some width on it. Nalawafi floating the pass wide. Tuimavavi loses it behind him. Now it's been hacked ahead by Hollinshead, but they'll come back. There was a knock on.
It's a knock on goal. Red scrum.
No question, Southland have got strike power.
18 minutes.
It's just their accuracy, finishing the moves off, that's the problem.
Yeah, they look good when they get the ball wide, don't they? I like what Dixon and Fukafuka are doing out in that outside channel. Fukafuka's been a big part of their game tonight, hasn't he? He's ranged wide. He's been involved a lot. Every time he's got his hands on the ball, he's looked very, very dangerous.
And he's got speed too, ball, which is always a handy when you're a big man.
Crouch.
He's got that toe, you know, as well, and that was shown in that very good try to Southland.
And good players, Coops, they know where to pop up at the right time, don't they? It's about positioning.
Sean Fitzpatrick.
Fukafuka takes it off the back, gets it away to Howley. He looks to work a little wrap around with Haloholo, but the ball's been lost by Tuimavavi. And away goes Tiatia! The chase is on, forget it! Chase Tiatia! Score for Bay of Plenty! Well, he's got lethal finishing power, only needs half a chance, gets his third try in 3 games, and that might be a very big moment in the match.
Absolutely, he did it in the first game here against North Harbour when they really needed something. He was the one that got the try. There we see the fumble from Southland. There was a loose kick, and somehow Tiatia gets his hands on it, and once he gets his nose in front of those Southland defenders, they're not going to stop him. He knows what the try line's all about.
Well, he does, and I mentioned about the accuracy of the All Black number 7, but this guy, as Tony's spoken about him, he's been very accurate. He does everything well. He's got speed, and that's an opportunistic try from Chase Tiatia, and a good try too to the home team.
So Hollinshead adds the extras.
He's 3 from 3.
And it's 26 points to 10. Well, every time they've scored, Southland have come back at them. But now the lead is the best it's been all game.
Debutants off for Southland. The halfback, Liam Howley, been replaced by Scott Eade.
Oh, problems compounding themselves from the restart. They'll come back for a scrum.
Who is your new captain? 5.
Yeah, that's not the restart Southland would want. There's the young halfback who made his debut tonight. He's had a wonderful game, Liam Howley, and you can see he's enjoyed it. Last year he's playing for Southland First 15, Southland Boys High School. This year ITM Cup.
Come off, yep. Looks like 8 red.
And the try scorer's been replaced for Southland. There he is, number 20 coming on and is replaced for Southland, and that's Alex Taylor.
Tirangi, eyes, eyes. Eyes, eyes, Tirangi.
Crouch. Bind.
So Fukafuka departing after a very strong hand. Southland have work to do now. Bay of Plenty looking for their second win of the season. 15 minutes to play. They need to clear this ball from the scrum. And they do so. Fraser is grubbering it down the touchline, driving Southland back. Well, they took a quick throw, and Elliot Dixon was off, but they've been called back. He's a Tarangi Fraser. He's one of those players who
Just wait. We'll just wait till
was able to come up and just provide that second pivot in the back line. He's done a good job. Southland have it from the line out. And wide it goes to Nalawafi. Bit of space here for Kahukura. Off he goes. Showing good pace down the right-hand side. Fraser managed to get in the way and hold his progress. Edo flings it wide. Moiki, Halaholo. They realise now they really need to be the next team to score. Tuimavavi looking to atone for that error in the lead up to the previous Bay of Plenty try. Driven ahead by Beckuis. Moiki, Halaholo spinning in the tackle. Holland's here though, managing to get him to ground. Now here's Dylan Halaholo. They were up on him quickly. Eid. Moiki moving on to it. And looking to offload. Does so. Away it goes to Taylor on the 22. Now they need a halfback. Now Mitchell takes it over the 22. Untidy pass, but it's scooped up by Nalawafe. Eid forwards queuing up away to the left. Eid has a little dart around the fringe. Just a little untidy, but it's picked up by Halaholo. Wrestled to the ground. Beckuis gets rid of it. Turn back and field to Halaholo. Good tackle, though, made by Fisiihoi. Again, Moiki looking for the inside ball. Driven hard in the tackle. Harris involved in that. And a turnover ball and booted away downfield by Caleb Hall. So Bay of Plenty holding out in defence, getting the turnover, sending play back into the Southland half.
Yeah, well, there's some great defensive work in there from the Bay. Southland were really taking it to them, and Coops, they scrambled very well, didn't they? They seem to have some very good trust in their defensive patterns here. Here we see Harris, who's had a busy game, in Bond. The replacement lock forward doing a really good job there on the counter, putting all sorts of pressure on Southland.
Yeah, a little bit of team tackling going on, isn't it, from them ball as well. So some big changes too. We've got David Hall, good story there, coming on for the Southland side. So he's coming on. Nathan Harris, Pinga Patanga both coming off. We've got Seb Siatanga, and also we've got Jeff Thwaites coming on for the Bay side. And there's a change there too for the centre for the Bay of Plenty side. So all change, I think we're just about there at the moment. Halaholo's off, McIntosh is off for Southland as well.
Well, I think both coaches realising they've got to get a team out on the field on Sunday. So here's David Hall, first touch of the ball for 2 years in ITM Cup rugby for the veteran hooker. And Southland desperately trying to get themselves back into this game. Moiki. Tuimavavi, who's run strongly. He scragged as he tried to get the ball away, and Bay of Plenty are really cleaning up the scraps well. Hall tries to kick over the top. All a bit untidy, and they'll come back, and it'll be a scrum feed to Bay of Plenty.
Last win for Bay of Plenty, by the way, 29-17, and that was in Invercargill, and that was back in 2011. So they haven't. Southland have had the wood on them, TJ.
Same this side. Same standards, please.
And of course, Bay of Plenty only won 2 games all of last season. A good position here to win 2 out of their first 3. But Southland, well, they need to score 3 times and only 11 minutes to play. It's ahead of them.
No, that's the second pre-engage.
So what would have been a free kick becomes a penalty for the early engage. And they can't waste any time here.
Right here.
A bit of hunger about the Bay of Plenty side ball away. They've just been hoovering up all that loose ball, just grabbing any mistake by the Southland team.
Yeah, what I like about them is they're going forward, and they're going forward in numbers. Their energy levels are higher than Southland, aren't they? And you can just see that with the urgency. They've made some replacements, and it seems to be working well for them as well.
Well, slap back on the Southland side. Halaholo was tried hard and can't quite find a way through. Good covering tackle made by Namani. Eid has to dig it out. Hall left it behind. Moiki flings it out into open field. And here's Mitchell having a bit of a run. He looked one way, then the other. And, oh, nice hit and spin. It was Nuluafi up in the line. Into the last 10 minutes, and the crowd sense a win here for the home team, a second win of the season. Southland keep trying to punch holes in the defence. This time it's a Ruben Northover. But Southland, they've been beaten at the breakdown.
Holding on.
That time it was Ziggy Fisiihoi who gets a few pats on the back. There he is, Ziggy.
Yeah, there's a bit of steel, isn't there, Bull Allen? You mentioned about how they're going up together. They're going up in team. Their teammates are working together. Fisiihoi over there at the time. But what I like about this is the defence, and it comes through from a very good ITM Cup player. That was their coach, Clayton McMillan. He was tough. He was uncompromising. Good tough player, and it's coming through on his side tonight.
Tonga, the line-out's gone awry. Tim Boys driven back by Fisiihoi. Halo moving it wide. Southland just really having difficulty penetrating Beckius. See how quickly Bay of Plenty are getting up in defence. That time it was Retallick leading the line. Hall moves it on quickly to Elliot Dixon. Still well inside their own half though. Eid to Moiki. Halo swings the pass on. Little show of the ball. Kahukura. Bay of Plenty offside. Bardul it was at the breakdown.
Not out.
It's going to be some sore Southland boys tomorrow. They're getting smashed around in those confrontational areas, Coops. I'd say that Clayton McMillan's worked very hard on their defence, because you can just see them coming up. They're very organised, but they're not content to sit on their heels or on their toes, and they're really attacking that ball in the attacking player.
Oh, they're using their shoulder, aren't they? They're really putting the shoulder in, and they're enjoying. They're smiling when they're coming with the ball in hand, the opposition, and a very confident display so far from the home team.
Hall lobs it into the middle of the line out. And Boys it is coming through off the line out take by Josh Beckius. Waits driving it ahead. Eid. Again, Bay of Plenty sticking to their guns on defence. Wide pass from Eid to Boys. Plants the ball behind him. Just not getting the ball over the advantage line. Taylor wrapped up this time. Moiki running across field, trying to bring Kahukura in. He's got it. But again, they close on him. Moiki swinging it wide. Nuluafi brushing off a couple of tackles, then just losing his footing, but he's inside the 22. Dixon, Moiki, Northover, now Halaholo. Just going in a little upright.
No.
Still haven't made it to the 22. Dixon brushes off the first, looks to get the offload away to Tuimavavi, snapped up by Namani, boots it off downfield into touch, and a familiar tale, phase after phase from Southland. No real penetration, a turnover, and back inside their own half.
Well, Bay are not overcommitting numbers to the breakdown. They're just sending in two to the ball, and then they're just fanning out. And Southland are just not finding any penetration through this very effective and organised defensive line of the Bay of Plenties.
Tim Boys wins the line out. Moiki to Halaholo, looking to put the ball into space. But Nuluafi, awfully difficult for him. Turnover again.
We've been talking a lot about Bay of Plenty and their effort, but Tim Boys is doing a wonderful job for Southland. He's toiling very hard in there, taking line out ball, getting himself around the field. Just needs a little bit more support from his fellow forwards, but working very hard.
It was on you for pre-engage. I know you're the replacement, but we can't have it. Crouch.
Just an explanation there to Jeff Thwaites, the new prop, about the pre-engaged that resulted in a penalty at a previous scrum.
This is Jeff Thwaites' first year at prop. He's been a loose forward in his younger years, played a bit of lock and prop for his Tauranga Sports Club side, so he's still learning learning the art of being a tight head prop. Very promising young tight head prop, this man. I've watched him play a lot of club rugby this year. He's just got to work on his technique, but he's going to be a very, very effective player when he understands more about the scrummaging of the game.
Sit.
Yes, we've talked about the penalty to Southland. Some of the players they've brought into the area, but importantly, some good players coming through the club system the way you'd like it to be.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a product of that. He went to grew up in Te Puna, went to Tauranga Boys, so he's a local guy. So it's getting the mix right, Tony, isn't it? You bring in some talent in certain positions that you need, but also you've got to develop the local players as well.
Beckwith wins the line out.
Clear it!
And driven ahead by Southland. Boys has it in the back, but
It's accidental.
yeah, they stood
The
off.
six completed, and then you've gone again.
And it doesn't look right, but the end result is they force an accidental offside, and so Bay of Plenty will get a scrum feed.
Yeah, disappointing for Southland. They've tried everything, but it's just not working tonight. But Bay of Plenty, they've got a bit of work to do on their scrum. They've struggled a little bit in this aspect of the game tonight, and of course in any game there's always going to be work-ons, but
Fine.
certainly an area they can improve on.
Sit.
Tiahi Toma, who came on at half-time with Holland's head.
Early weight red. Early weight.
Whatever message Clayton McMillan gave them at half-time, and a couple of changes certainly worked to good effect. They're going to take another scrum. They're happy with their set piece. Just chewing down the clock now. They're not going to get a bonus point for 4 tries. They've scored just 2. Clayton McMillan, well, I'm sure he'd be pretty satisfied with this effort.
Yeah, and I think we've got to give him a lot of credit because he made those changes early, the half and first 5-8. They came on at half time, and it's paid dividends for them.
Sit.
Well, as we've mentioned about Clayton McMillan, of course, he was the captain under Vern Cotter.
Come on.
And I'm sure that
It's good until you boys came on, wasn't it?
Vern Cotter was a very good mentor and probably set him on this path to coaching. And it's just great to see players, accomplished provincial players,
Keep your height this side.
got a few All Blacks, staying in the game, coaching, passing on all their experience.
Crouch.
Clayton McMillan, a
Fine.
very highly respected figure in rugby in this part of New Zealand.
Sit.
And his back coach too, Rodney Gibbs, played for local club rugby here at Te Puke, played a few games for the Bay, so he's very well respected as well. Oh, that scrum's turned into a real shambles, hasn't it? It's not pretty to watch, even as an ex-front rower. They really need to tidy that up. I think the referee made the comment there that the scrum was all right until some of you replacements came on here. He's given them a bit of a rack up earlier.
Yeah, that Ruben Northover, I think the man penalised there, the man who's switched from Tasman down to Southland.
Well, this might be messy, this might be a bit scrappy, but Bay of Plenty will be very happy. It's been a very good result from the home team as the siren goes.
So time for one more play, but 2 wins out of 3. This is a very good start to the season for the Bay of Plenty Steamers. Just need to get the ball out. Well, they're going to have one last throw at it. Sam Kane has got through an impressive 80 minutes tonight.
Careful.
Bardul swings it away. Oh, not satisfied with just the win. They want some more points. Holland's head, who's made a difference. Wide it goes, battered on by Retallick. Tia snaps it up, flings the ball away. Oh, Kane thought he was in. Referee says forward pass. Well, he doesn't seem too bothered by it. In the end, his team has won. Bay of Plenty 26, Southland 10.